can you tell me if you've done any upgrades or anything at all to your house? Because people love to talk about themselves. So I always lead with that question first, because then they're going to do it. I'm sure that you guys have been seeing with Ashley when they say, oh, have you done any changes? How much stuff they just keep like going on and on about. So basically you want to try to get that going, because if there's a back and forth communication at a good time with a timely manner, then it's like, okay, they're interested. Now it's just like they're motivated to understand the number. So when they're motivated, we have to find out the best route to get them on the phone, or just to provide them that quick little number and then figure it out from there. How's everyone's week going?
Doing well so far. 2 weeks in, and I've already got 2 listing appointments.
Attaboy, bro.
Got one of them signed for next month, and then the other one I have to go out later this week, I think Thursday, and then I have a call after this, so I may have to dip mid-call.
Yeah, no worries. So that's awesome that you're getting success. That's what we want to hear. Now, what do you think helped you get, successful in obviously like booking these appointments and such like that? So just, people who are newer or whatever can learn from you as well.
I think it's a pretty easy thing to do. I mean, really, if you can just find a place of, well, good. I don't feel so bad having my coffee here.
Yeah, don't worry. Cheers. Cheers, everyone having a coffee.
I'm going to get an espresso right now. If you can find a place of just where you can relate to the potential client and then build that relationship off of the bat, which I have from many, many moons of bartending. I mean, you can pretty much lower any kind of resistance. And if you have resistance training, that's also helpful. And if you don't have it, then I would highly recommend reading up on it and kind of getting it for yourself.
Yes. I think that's totally cool. And I think it's just more so, I think like for me hearing it, it's just like, just making sure that you are, just being a human, right? Having conversations. And I think what's really important is having a conversation with someone and not expecting to have anything out of it. Because when you have that type of expectation, the conversation goes super smooth, right? And they don't feel like there's some sort of, ulterior motive or whatever, right? So I think that's really, really great. So kudos to you, Jeffrey. Good job, bro. So now, just before I start doing my calls, I have a really great one to showcase to you guys. But I'd love to hear, any great wins that anyone had during the week, other than Jeff. Has anyone, had some good conversations? Remember, a win doesn't mean getting the listing appointment and getting it signed. I mean, that's a great win. But, did anyone have better wins with their scripting, or, a little bit more confidence? Has anyone been practicing, like those kind of things? Don't be shy. I'm not going to bite yet. And just feel free to unmute and just say whatever you need to. So I'll tell you, my win is that I am a little bit overwhelmed, which is a good problem to have in terms of appointments and all that stuff. But I would also say that my calls are just a lot more easier because I've been doing it for so long. But it's just people are very receptive right now. So as long as you're scripted and all that, you guys should get a little bit further. But I'd love to hear someone tell me a win other than Jeff. Like, we have to like learn from each other, and this is an open space that is a safe space. And I want to hear people win. I don't want to just hear problems all the time,
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. Monday was my first day with Meskula. Not have an appointment, but I had 5 leads come in, and I did do a CMA yesterday for someone, and I'll follow up today.
Congratulations. Super excited for you. That's amazing. So it works, basically. That's 2 people saying that it works, right? Other than me. So that's cool. Now, is there any other objections or any other learning curves that anyone may have on this? Because I know some people are newer, kind of thing.
Yo, Nick, I have a question. May not be an objection necessarily, but like old leads that have completely gone stale, no communication, whatever. What's the way to re-engage them? Say they were active at one point, maybe 2-3 years ago. What would you do to re-engage them?
I think it really just depends. Everyone has different motivations. So one would be more so letting them know if there's a big sales or a few big sales just happened recently. I would send that to them, and I would also say, hey, hey, Luke, hope you're doing well. I know it's been a while. However, I've been keeping an eye on the neighborhood. The market has a little bit more confidence happening with a lot of interest rates going down consecutively. Here are some recent big sales that we haven't seen in a while. Market's picking up. Are you still looking to make a move? Or are you still I wouldn't even say that. I would say, are you still looking to find, your online assessment for your home?
And then I have another one too.
Yeah. Sorry, before you give me that one, another one that I would do is, if you're in the area, I'd probably drop by and maybe give them the listings.
True.
Anyways, continue. Sorry, bro.
So,
nice listing you have. You have a nice listing in London right now.
That one's nice. I have actually an agent open on it on Friday, and then I'm going to do the open house on Sunday. So if you're going to be in the area, pop by.
Attaboy, bro. Attaboy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have, when the leads come in, a lot of them off the rip, as soon as they get the text, they're like, not interested anymore. I don't want it.
Yeah.
What do you reply to that?
Okay, there's a few ways that you could reply to it. If you want to be a little soft, then just say like, hey, I totally understand. I'm here just to give you an online assessment. Have you done any upgrades or any additions to your house? I would just get right into it. Or I would say, well, hey, I totally understand. Just to let you know, the market's picking up a little bit more with interest rates going down. So I would say like market rates going sorry, let me just think about this for a sec. So market rate is so there's more confidence with buyers. We're seeing bigger sales. What if I told you that your house was worth an extra 50 to 100K? Would you give me a moment of your time?
So yeah, that's a good one. I've been telling them I'm like, well, you already gave me all your information. I can provide you the value. What made you change your mind? And if they're still like stuck up, sometimes I just ask, what changed your mind in the 5 seconds between signing up and me texting you?
Yes. So I would just say like, that's great. I don't know if you're getting great responses from that, but I would say, hey, listen, I have your information. I wouldn't even say that. You can't be saying stuff like that because like then people feel weird. I would say it's like, hey, I understand that you're looking for just a quick assessment. However, I just need to find out a little bit more information about your home. Can you tell me if you've done any upgrades or any additions to your house? Just because you want them to bite back. And then from that point, you just keep asking them questions about their house. But if you're going to do that, try to book an appointment with like a phone call with them. If not, then you may have to give them an online assessment. But I would say, hey, here's my online assessment of market value. However, based on the stuff that you told me, I think that there's definitely room to grow. Do you have a moment of your call just so I can figure out a little bit more information? Because that's how you have to do it. That's the way you have to do it, because people are just weird. And sometimes they're doing this and they want a quick little like, hey, how are you? They just want like a quick answer. They don't want someone to call them or bombard them or what.
Like, what about putting it back on them in like a gentler way? Like, being like you were in the beginning, like, oh yeah, absolutely, I completely understand. However, I did see that you were obviously interested enough to click on the link for an online pricing. So what, did something change? Did you change your mind, or how can I help you? But coming from a place of service.
Yeah, that's great. I also think that, remember, these people just want a quick little answer. So once they know that someone's contacting them, they're not interested anymore. So we have to kind of just like make it as easy and painless as possible. It definitely works on the lead. Every lead is different, but I think that you may go further with just saying, hey, I totally understand you want a quick number. I just need to find out a little bit more of your house and I can shoot you that number. Can you tell me if you've done any upgrades or anything at all to your house? Because people love to talk about themselves. So I always lead with that question first, because then they're going to do it. I'm sure that you guys have been seeing with Ashley when they say, oh, have you done any changes? How much stuff they just keep going on and on about. So basically you want to try to get that going, because if there's a back and forth communication at a good time with a timely manner, then it's like, okay, they're interested. Now it's just like they're motivated to understand the number. So when they're motivated, we have to find out the best route to get them on the phone, or just to provide them that quick little number and then figure it out from there. But these are all great things. So I'm going to show you guys one of my calls over here. And this is a really good one. So okay, so here's the listing. Okay, so this guy listed with a random person, not even, it's just like listed by like some random person. I don't even know what it is. They don't even like, just to 1% or whatever. So he's really stuck on like low commission because he's not understanding the game. So this is the photos of the house. The photos are okay. That's a good photo, but everything else is like, in my opinion, sucks. No staging, bold colors, dude, not even moving this shit. It's just like with these photos, especially with the walls being black, it's very hard to understand what is going out and what layout and all this stuff. Very clutter, bro. And then like, dude, like I don't know, yeah, like red, even boxes here. Like he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, even that tote that was in one of the photos, it looked just sloppy.
Exactly.
Like the towel hanging out of a sink, it's just very tacky.
Exactly. Basically, it feels
it's
like
something.
So like it has a great structure, but they've been on the market for a little bit. Give me 1 second. They've been on the market for a little bit, and so anyways, so this is the listing. Okay, so I will give you the call right now.
Hey, Dwayne, how are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good, man. Living the dream just like you
Sounds like he's rolling some weed this morning.
do.
It's okay. I guess I didn't sleep well, so it's kind of just getting started.
Oh, really, eh? That's not bad. Well, today's nice weather, so I mean, it's a great day to get the day started,
Yeah,
But
I'm not.
but yeah,
really,
pardon me?
I'm not really a creature of the heat, but
I get that, definitely. The nighttime is when I come alive, so trust me, I understand that. But yeah, so it's just Nick Moretti. Sorry for the delay. I was just finishing up a call that went longer than anticipated. Just want to let you know I'm a real person. I'm not AI or anything like that. So thanks for booking the time to chat with me today. I just want to let you know before I get into everything, because I've already done the homework on the property. Obviously this is not a sales call by any means. This is more of just helping you find your information for your online assessment. So your house is a little different just because I believe you're the original owner of yours, right?
yes.
Purchased it back in 2008.
And I think like guys, for anyone that's newer, do you see that I'm not kind of like diddly daddling and just being like not really having an understanding with the conversation? I'm getting right to it. They know who I am. They know that they're expecting a call. So I'm not really like boring them with the details, and especially with his personality from right off the bat, he just wants information, and I can already tell that that's his demeanor. So I'm just trying to go right into it.
I just want to confirm one thing before you go back.
Sure.
He's active for sale at a discount broker.
Yes. Currently his
Okay.
listing on the market, and I talked to him like when he was like 20 days in or 30 days in. I booked an appointment with him, but then he canceled on me because he's going to the east. So I'm following up actually today. But this is good because it's painful and he's not getting showings. So I'll play the call so you guys can hear a little bit. But remember, yes, he's represented it currently right now. However, he reached out to me, so it's fair game right now.
Which is awesome. So obviously, I know you gave me a lot of information. You've obviously put some good money into the house with, 9-foot ceilings, pretty good finishes and all that kind of stuff. But I see that, obviously it was built in 2008. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom from what I see, because I'm limited, right? Did you guys finish the basement? Did you add any bedrooms down there again?
There's no bedrooms, but it's
Huge room, eh? Huge basement.
4-bedroom, 4-bath. There's a full 3-piece bath.
Nice. Now, do you know how much square foot you have above ground? Because what I'm just looking at is maybe about probably 23 to 26. It looks like a pretty big house.
I think it's 33, but maybe it's
With the basement or without the basement?
above ground. I'm not sure.
Yeah. No worries. No, I understand. So I mean, looking at all the stuff that you told us, so I appreciate that. You have 9 ceiling on the main floor, finished basement, like you were saying, with the 3-piece, tile, granite, hardwood. You have the transom windows, main floor. I see that it was assessed 2 years ago in the height of the market for 1.4, essentially 1.36. Obviously, the market's changed, right? Just because of lendings and where the world is at now. Because 2 years ago, the height of the market, lowest interest points, people are ordered to stay home, all this stuff.
Do you guys see that I'm already educating him? I'm not asking questions. I'm going right into education. Sure, you've seen the number for a big number, but you got to understand why it was happening. You got to understand what was driving the force for that, right?
The next year after, interest rates go up like 13, 14 consecutive times, which kind of slowed the market and killed a lot of financials, right? So now we're kind of pretty much on the upswing. Anyone who basically bought last year, 2022, or depending on how high they bought in 2021, they're unfortunately losing money. So, obviously the 136 was great at that time, but that's not today's value anymore, unfortunately. I was taking a look at some of the comps, because the hardest part for me is like obviously I can't see the house. So I can hear all the great things. I'm local. My office is Ritson and Taunton over there, because you're in the Eastdale community. So we're just south from you. So, I know the area very well. I do a lot of business myself. I'm sure you see my signs and such. So, I have a good idea with what's going on. But just to give you some of the recent sales that I'm seeing, like there was one on, 1218 Shackle Road in Oshawa. Carpet in the bedrooms, newer as well. Looks like it has, washer dry on the main, on the upstairs. Pardon?
This is all carpet.
Carpet in the bedrooms, but on the main floor, it looks like it's engineered hardwood.
There's no bedrooms on the main floor.
No. I'm just saying that there's another comparable. That's 4-bedroom, 3 baths above ground. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just 4 baths, 3.5, really, I guess.
Okay, the guy's not understanding it because he's rolling his weed or something, okay? Because he's not understanding what I'm saying.
I get it.
Front door. Anyways.
Yep. No, I understand. I'm just telling you based on the recent comps that sold. So yeah, they're not going to be exactly like your house, but they're going to be similar style. That's all I'm saying. That one here, obviously doesn't have as good as an upgrade as yours, but that one just recently sold in 39 days on the market for just under 1.1 at 108. There was another one on Langford as well that sold in June. Double car garage, pretty nice square footage as well. I think yours is probably better in finishings, but that one there was a 4-bed, 3-bath on the market for 38 days and sold for just under 1.2. There's one on Drinkle that was a 4-bed, 5 bathrooms, probably bigger square footage than yours. Decent finishings that sold in June for 1.23. So the numbers are kind of all over the place. It's really hard since I can't see the property online. You know what I mean? Because you haven't sold it, so it wouldn't be on MLS. So I mean,
It's on realtor.ca.
are you on the market now?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me take a look. What did your agent tell you then?
It was put on low to try and
Get the bidding war, right? For your type of product, that doesn't work, in my personal opinion. So it's interesting because I don't see you on the market. When did you go on the market? You're still on now?
It's on realtor.ca.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just checking on MLS. 1 second. We'll just figure this out now. And you're at now, what price?
I think she put it on at 980 something or 99. It's under $1 million.
Very interesting. I don't see you on the market. Let me just take a look here. Let me clear that search.
Because at that point, it wasn't on MLS. So
And did you guys, you just come on the marketplace in a month or?
In a month.
Oh, so you're not even on the market yet?
I don't understand what you're saying. It's been on the market for a month. It's
Okay.
been on realtor.ca for a month.
Okay.
it's a little bit of an asshole, to be honest with you.
The only two that I see in Eastdale are Fleetwood and Copperfield for $999. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
So obviously you don't want to have this too much, but I mean, this is working on the fly. So it is what it is.
I see it now. But who's the listing agent? Because I don't know what they're doing. Because it's not, in my personal opinion, I don't see it in your community. So I don't know if you listed it wrong.
It's
all of it.
went through home free.
Yeah. So you're using someone in Edmonton. Their company's from Edmonton. So is this like a sale by owner, or is this person actually a sales agent? I haven't heard of home free before.
Oh, it's basically a sale by owner.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
So in my personal opinion, I see you on realtor.ca, but I don't see you on MLS. So I don't know if they put it in the right location, the right community, because I'm looking in the right community. It's not there. Are you getting showings right now?
No.
That's why, idiot.
So I'm looking at the photos online. It's nice. I can see where buyers may have trouble, but
Okay, do you see how I frame that differently? So many people would say, your listing looks like shit. But I was saying, okay, I can understand why people are not coming to your listing because it's not even listed in the right area. So idiot. Number two is you're using someone from Edmonton that's a sale by owner. Why aren't you using Property Guys that's actually in Toronto? Whatever. And number three, he's frustrated and that's why he's being a dick. Right? That is why. So it's just trying to reframe his thoughts now because now he's going to start coming around. Watch.
there's other ways that, if you want to get the most amount of money for your house, there's some things that I would recommend to do, in my personal opinion.
Okay, so tell me what you do. What do you offer?
I'm a real estate agent, yeah. So I'm a local real estate agent. So a little bit about me, I do a lot of transactions. I have my own team. I'm a team leader. I've been doing this for 8 years full time. I've been in the top 100 consistently every single month in, Durham region. And I also work what price. So it really just depends. But I think you need to stage your house, in my personal opinion. You have a lot of...
You can answer the question or you can keep talking.
Well, no, but this is the thing. Let me ask you a question, okay? Dwayne, do you want... When you sell a house, there's two ways of doing it. Do you want, step one, do you want either low commission and save money on your house, or do you want to get as much money as possible for your house? Because you can't get both. So what would you want for your house? Because anyone would want as much money as possible for their house, right? Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying you can't have both is because you can't expect a low percent of agent.
What do you think you could get in this market?
With what you have now, I think that you definitely be at, I want to say 1.1 to 1.2, but I have to come see the house because I'm seeing the photos, but seeing the photos and being in person are two different things because I'm not seeing the small conditions of the house.
I'll tell you what, so obviously you know what I mean? I'm going to give this a little more time. If it doesn't work out, then I'm going to switch to an agent. So
I think you should.
If you're interested in making a bid, why don't you come by and see the house and then tell me what you do it for?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you see how fast he switched? He's getting frustrated. Yeah, he is, but he knows what I'm saying. When I said that line, listen, and this is the best line to be saying to cheap people. How much money do you want, right? What do you fucking charge? Dude, I have to come see the house. So it's like, let me ask you a question. What do you want? There's two options. Do you want to save money on commission or do you want to get as much money for the sale of your house? You can't have both because if you're not giving your agent a budget, you can't expect that person to stage the house, do good photos, do good advertising, target advertising, all that stuff if they're only making $5,000 or $9,000. Like, it doesn't work like that. And your competition is going to go a little bit more. I wanted to go a little bit more with him, but he's a D personality like me. So as you can tell, as I was hitting the right pain points, he was like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. And you just have to be able just to give them the answer in a very packaged way for them to listen to you and hopefully get the next part of the conversation.
Just to let you know, I have that like 2 million and stuff like that. So I'm the right person that understands these type of luxury properties and how to get you as much money as possible. And, I would love to come see the property, showcase what I could do differently, show you what rate I could charge you in order to make sure that, we get you as much money as possible and what services that need to be for your house. But I think that I need to come take a tour. Let me see what I need to work with specifically, and then I can let you know what I would do in order to get you as much money as possible. I think that would be your best. I think that would be your best way to help you. To be honest with you, are you available sometime this week?
Yeah.
When are you available next?
Pretty much all week at this point.
All week at this point.
I locked him down, and then he canceled with me last minute. So then I see his house on the market. I'm going to call him today. I'm like, dude.
I have a question.
Yeah.
First, I'm a dinosaur and I don't know how to raise my hand, so I just unmute and talk.
Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
All right. Can you give me that script again? There are two ways to sell a house. Number one.
So there's this. So it's not, it's, there's, okay. So there's two, I would say there's two options. Okay. Do you want to have number one, save money on commission, or two, do you want to sell your house for top dollar? You can't have both. Which one do you want? If I were you, I'd go for top dollar because really commission, what you're saving 5, 7, 10 grand, but you giving me that budget, I can probably make you another 50, 100 or more. So, I mean, I would go there. So, and this is how I would say it, right? Like, if it was being a dick some more, I would just say like, dude, listen, at the end of the day, if you went to a stockbroker and your stockbroker said invested $50,000 or $20,000 and you got 4 times your money back, would you be happy with the money that you spent regardless on how much it charged? Yeah, you would because you're still making money. So it's irrelevant. At the end of the day, you need someone to make sure that they're showing your property in the best light and able to bring buyers and show attention to your listing in order to get you that money. Because right now you're not getting shit. That's why you're frustrated. That's why you're like being a dick to me. But did you see in that whole conversation, I was just the same temperature. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't get upset. I didn't get off guard. Super easy. And that's how you have to be. If I started being a dick and roaring back, he would have hung up the call and I wouldn't get this far. And sometimes too, if you're still being level-headed and you're still being nice, they're going to start feeling like a dick. And did you see like when he gave me problems, I just said like, listen, man, like, I'm not talking a lot. I'm just letting you know how it works because clearly you're not educated in what it is. Because if you were, you wouldn't pick an Edmonton fucking random person to list your property, not even in the right area. So the reason why you're yelling at me or getting frustrated is because you're frustrated because you're not getting the right attraction on your listing. And truthfully, I'd be frustrated too, but you're being cheap. Like literally, these are things that I would be saying. Like respectfully. I'd say respectfully, you're being cheap. At the end of the day, I understand you want to save as much money as possible. But if you're trying to save as much money, then you're not getting a budget to get you as much money as possible. You know what I mean? So it really depends on what you want. If you want, I'll give you 1%. I'll just take the photos and list it. But like that's not going to help you. And the real question is, how much money are you leaving on the table for the buyers to take that money in equity? All that hard work, all the mortgage payments that you paid, all the bullshit on the property if you had any. Like, you know, that extra 50, 100 grand, you're leaving for the buyer to take in equity. Me as your agent, I'm trying to squeeze them as much as possible that they need to stay at the house 3 months in order to make equity. So, I mean, you tell me the difference on what you want. And that's it. You got to just be a little bit like not stern and not like aggressive, but just like real, right? Without like getting emotionally tied to it. It's hard sometimes because some people rattle you up, but I've done this so much that like I don't even give a shit. Okay, Stephanie, your turn.
So I had two questions, but you kind of already answered the first one, which is like if somebody's like this, kind of being an ass, do you focus your time on somebody else or do you just keep going? But you answered it perfectly right now. So that was already the first question. Now I have an objection handler question. You kind of made him feel stupid for picking somebody who's not in their area. I sometimes get that objection that somebody signs up and even though, you know, I have it targeted for my area, somebody signs up that's further away. And then they tell me, well, your office. And when I tell them where my office is, they're telling me that it's too far or why am I not the neighborhood expert or do I sell a lot in their area? Something like that.
Okay. So then I would say like, hey, I totally understand where you're coming from. However, you know, me being a successful real estate agent, just like a successful lawyer or a successful doctor that you trust, they usually take you along for the ride, right? So that's why I've gained more market share in areas because people trust me. I do a great job. So as a buyer, I get them the best competitive price. And as a seller, I'm selling for top dollar. So at the end of the day, yeah, you may not know my name in this area, but you're going to. So how can we work together? Just like that. You know what? I'm going to just call Dwayne now. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Hey, Dwayne, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Are you back from the East Coast yet?
No, I'm East Coast.
You're still in the East Coast?
Hello?
Dwayne, can you hear me? Sorry, are you still in the East Coast? Okay. Okay. How's the weather over there?
It's cooling off, that's for sure.
No worries at all. It's actually just Nick Moretti giving you a shout. We chatted before. We had an appointment just for me to come by and take a look. But I know that you had to cancel because you're going to the airport and stuff like that. I'm still seeing your listing on the market. Are you still motivated to sell for top dollar?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to let you know, we just sold one of our listings in Bowmanville, not as a big house like yours, but we listed at 675. We got 5 offers and I got them at 811. So the market's picking up because we have a bunch of listings that are getting more traction right now. So I know that you've been sitting on the market. It gets me upset that your listing is like looking at the photos, like you have a nice house and it gets me frustrated that you're not getting any traction because you should, because you have a really nice house. So I would love to chat with you and kind of figure out an opportunity to get you sold and get you as much money as possible and make you happy, man. Because I mean, it's frustrating, right?
I'll be back in a couple of weeks, I guess.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Is there any way, and just throwing it out, is there any way that I can go and take a quick tour of the house myself while you're not around, just so I can take a look? And then that way I can have another phone conversation with you, because I'm going to be honest, the market's moving pretty great right now. There is a lot of showings happening. There's more confidence happening in the marketplace because interest rates may be going down again because they're doing their announcements on October 24th. And with our showings, we're seeing more showings happen. So, I mean, inventory is going down a little bit more. Buyers are getting a little bit more, confident in the marketplace. And I think that waiting in the next couple of weeks, it's really hard to see what's going to happen to the marketplace. But I know that the tap is on right now and people are coming out. So, I mean, if I was able to help you guys or help you get your house sold a little bit faster, would you consider that?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you...
925 6440.
Sorry. What number you give me? The lockbox number?
No, that's my friend that lives there takes care of the house.
Okay. Sure. So I'll come because I already had the book ready for you last time because we canceled like an hour before. So I'll bring the book for him just so he can see it as well. Maybe he can click her. Sorry, my apologies. What was her name?
Trisha.
Trisha. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to text me her number and I can maybe schedule a time to see the house and then maybe we can have a quick phone call
Yeah.
afterwards and then I can kind of go over percentages and what we should do. I know last time I was telling you holding offers doesn't work, but yeah, sure. Do you still have a second to talk or no?
Yeah, why don't you go have a look and then we'll talk.
Okay, no problem. I'm just trying to keep you up to date, my friend, Send me her number and then I can do that. And then I can schedule a showing with her in the next coming days. And then I can give you a shout back. Okay, thanks, Dwayne. Keep living the dream, buddy. Bye. What a grumpy, dick. Anyways, so got the appointment. Obviously, it's better that he's there, but he's not here. I think he's lying to me personally, but whatever.
Hey, Nick, what's the book you're bringing?
So I have my own book. So
Like one of a real book that you paid to get your name on the cover.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So I can give you an example of what my listing presentation looks like. He's just so grumpy, man. Oh my God, I can't wait to sell his house. Hopefully I'll get him to crack a smile. Okay, so let me take a look here. But I think something that you guys should all start adopting is, okay, I was giving him a spiel a little bit. And then I was also saying well, listen, are you still willing to sell your house for top dollar? Yes. I got him to agree with me. Okay. Now he's willing. If I say the next sentence right and another great question, he's going to be all good. That's why he just said he doesn't want to hear me talk. He just wants to get the numbers done. You know what I mean? Anyways, and that's a live call.
Hey, Nick, can I make a suggestion? I'm really new to this, but next week, can you do something on a client that says, I'm not moving, I just want to know the value?
Perfect. I can tell you now. Hey, Abby, I totally understand that you're not looking to move right now. Keep in mind, my intention is not to, come there and get you to sell. I'm more of a relationship agent. So I want to make sure that everything lines up because listen, people are only making moves if there's a work change, a life change, or, a lifestyle change. So clearly, right now, obviously that's not one of your things right now. And you probably just come on just to learn your online assessment, which is totally cool. But if you're not ready now, like I said, I have a really cool tool. It's called the Nosy Neighbor. So backtracking here, I just put them on, I call it Nosy Neighbor, but it's I just send them listings on Treb. Okay. So I have a really great tool that's called the Nosy Neighbor. Anytime a listing sells or comes up for sale, I'll keep you notified. And, until you're ready for me to maybe have a better and deeper conversation regarding property value. Does that sound good?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. What was the girl's name? Rachel, right? Rachel, I think she said, right? He said. Okay.
I think it was.
I think it was
Oh,
Patricia or Trisha.
Oh shit. Rachel? Just kidding. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, because then he texted me before the appointment. He goes, I have 2 agents willing to do 1%. So this guy's stuck on a percentage. So I go and I called him. I said, listen, dude, I said the same script as I did. I said, don't sign anything until you see me. He goes, no, I won't. 1% agents are not going to do shit. I'm telling you.
That's one of the things I was wondering, because when you were talking to him and he said he had a discount agent or something, you didn't really get into the disadvantages of having a discount agent. Is there?
He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it. And this is your line, okay? Oh, so you want a discount service. How is that going for you? Are you getting any showings booked? What are they telling you? Are they playing offense or are they just waiting for your call? Are you frustrated? Do you want a go-getter who gets you the money? Do you want someone to bring showings and attraction to your listing? Do you want to get this property sold for top dollar? Okay, clearly discount doesn't work, and that's why they're giving you a discount. Okay? If you want to learn how to get your house sold and you want to actually get some results, I'm your man. And I would love to help you. It sounds like you're in pain. And sometimes when we're in pain, we don't realize how much pain we're in. So I'm basically a doctor. I'm trying to help you out here, and you're not taking your meds. So can you please take your meds so I can fucking help you? Basically, that's what I say. I know it's bold, but that's how you are different. Do you think people are talking to people like this? No, they're not. So when you're that one person that talks different, they're gonna be like, holy shit, who is this person? So anyways, so this is, you guys have my share screen on. Is it on this? Can you guys see this? Okay, so this is my listing presentation. I put in a nice book that has my branded stuff. Here, 1 second. My book's a little different now, but this is basically what I'm bringing. So it's a branded book. I have like more branding on the back here now on my newer ones, but this is what I'm leaving to them. All this stuff, comps, everything. But I'm going to show you guys right now. So basically, thank you for the opportunity to come by. We're doing a listing presentation for your beautiful home. Now, I just want to let you know, most real estate agents make it about themselves, and especially when they do a lot of transactions, they forget on how important and how stressful this time can be. However, even though I do a lot of transactions, I'm still a realist, and I'm still, like I said, a relationship agent. So I want to make sure that you're taken care of along the way, because I'm young and I'm only going to be here for a very long time. And once you have me, you're here forever. So just want to let you know, I'm basically the driver in your Rolls Royce, chauffeuring you around. You just let me know where you want to go. Then this is our team. And then, I kind of don't really go into this stuff as of yet, but these are all our listings that we've taken photos. So as you can see, super clean, detailed. This is what staging looks like before, and this is what we made it look after. So like huge. Anyways, whatever. And then basically I go into, I don't think I have it on here. So I'll show you, for example, one of the other ones that I do. So this is what the meat and potatoes are. So one sec. Let's say Larkin. Okay. Then I go with the market stats. So usually that one doesn't have it. 1 second, sorry. Okay. Usually I bring the market stats. So how I do my listings is I pull up, last month's stats, right? So this person was in Oshawa. So I say, okay, in Oshawa, these are all home types. So these are condos or custom built homes that all sold in the month of May. So as we can see, Oshawa's average price is about 813, right? We're seeing 1.7 months of inventory, and we're seeing 106% to list price and 13 days on the market. Now, this 1.7 months of inventory is a very important number. And what it basically says is that this is the absorption rate. So if no more homes come on the market, we only have about 1.7 months left of homes left for the demand. So basically we have about 6 to 7 weeks. So it's a seller's market. A balanced market is between 3 to 5 months, and a buyer's market's 5 months or more. So we're in a seller's market, which is great as a seller. Now, that was a snapshot of May, but how was year to date? Year to date, Oshawa's average price is at 808, selling 104% to list price and 17 days on the market. However, yours is an attached house. So what is that selling for? Oshawa's average price for townhouses are 766 or 768, 106% to list price, and so on. Now, here's some comps. So I go from oldest to newest, so you can see and have an understanding of where the market is going. So this one sold for 794, or listed at 794, sold for 822, and then I have the photos on it. So you're seeing two because I put a broker copy for me, but in the book it's the client copy. Okay. So then I go, this sold in January. This is the photo, so pretty base. And then here's another one listed at 799, sold for 795 in February. 304 Oaken Path, listed at 699, sold for 845 back in May. This is a little different because it's just 2-story, not 3-story, but there wasn't that many sales, but same touch arm length. Here's another one in Cooney, whatever it is, 799, sold for 788 in April. This is what it looks like. Super cool. Same stuff, 798, sold for 780. So then that's all the comps. So this is what you got to say afterwards. So I understand what market value is, but what were you hoping to sell for your house for? And you keep your mouth shut because you want to see what their number is. So the smart ones will say, well, I don't know. I have you there. I always give 100K range because things can change. So in this case, I said market value is 775 to 875. But remember, the value that I'm giving you today, real estate is like a stock market. So if the next one starts selling higher, then we know that's going to help us. If the other one starts selling lower, then we have to adjust our expectations. Because in this business, it's all by comps. And the recent comps are there. If it's one bad recent comp, don't worry, I can fix that. But if it's like 2 or 3 or 4, then it kind of fucks us. So that's pretty much it. That's the listing appointment. That was a quick little speed by, but.
Hey, Nick, what's going on, brother?
What's good?
Let's go. There's a couple questions here in the chat. If you can help us out with that.
Tell me.
Let me go ahead and dive into them a little bit. Okay. So I think you answered Stephanie's objections as well. Objection handling question as to what do you do in the opposite situation when you or your office isn't close to their house. That's the one you answered already. Okay.
I would just say whoever has questions, just unmute and just ask me.
Right. Yeah, I think that's best. There's a lot of conversation.
It's just like there's so much going through there. Yeah. So, 9 minutes left. Unmute. Let me know your questions. Let's get it. And
Question for you. Oh,
sorry, let's go, Jen, and then Marzina, you can go next, okay?
Hey, Nick.
What's good, girl? My little
You're
shark.
on fire.
I'm just
Quick
crazy.
question. What did you put in your coffee? Oh, my God. So you're a nosy neighbor. What do you do specifically for that? Because one of the things that I'm trying to do with a lot of my leads is just continue that relationship. So I'm trying to figure out for a lot of these people, like, do I set up a specific thing that is like comps to their house or their neighborhood? Sometimes here in my area, we have like random properties or homes that it's not necessarily a neighborhood. So I'm wondering if that should be more of a conversation, or like what would be like a hook for them, or what would like differentiate me as like.
Yeah, I would just say, listen, I'm going to just keep you informed because I understand you're in the information stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you anything that recently sold and just listed, and I will keep you up to date with that. Because if you do it on Treb, I know you're in the States, but in MLS or whatever, I'm sure that you can send things out based on detached or whatever the stats are, right? So I would just put them on something like that. So that way it's all automatic. You don't have to, because you're going to get busier, and you want things to automatically go out to them because that will make life so much more easier. And then on top of that, you're going to be top of mind because now you're keeping them informed, and then you just touch base every quarter, every 2 months, just so they don't forget you.
What would be the frequency? Once a week they would receive that information, or
Up to
2
you.
weeks?
So usually I ask is like, hey Melissa, I'm going to put you up on this program. What would you want? Would you want daily, weekly, or monthly? I literally just ask them. We don't need to guess. We have them on the phone. They like us if we're this far in the conversation, and we're going to sound even more of a professional, and we're going to look like such a superstar if we're going to communicate the style and timely manner that they want to. That's it. Marcina, what do you have?
Hey, just a question for you. So when you go to a listing presentation with your booklet, do you leave that there for them, or do you take it back?
No, I paid for them to see how cool I am. So I leave that there. Because a lot of corporate agents that come with like I can't believe what other agents do. They come like super trash. They just bring the comp, not even photos. They just bring a piece of paper showing them stapled. So my job, the difference between me and you and everyone else here is we're in the business of presentation. So we need to make sure that we're presenting and we look like such a superstar presenting all the time, because that's going to showcase who we are, how far we are in this business, how successful we are, and they're going to compare. When I leave that,
you're not worried. Sorry.
No. I was just going to say, people, like, when they see that book, they're like, this book's for me. They're like, wow, you put a lot of time and effort. I'm like, yeah, I do. But that's what I do. I'm super thorough. And that's why I'm best of the best. I'm here. I even tell people, like, so I drive a convertible. I got some lady at the, our office is next to a beer store. So there's like an old lady that liked my car, and she came and had a conversation with me. And, she then told me she was looking in this specific area. So then 2 months go by, found her that house in the specific area, took her out to that property, and they did a home assessment for her house. She's not ready to make a move yet, but it's just like, these are the little things. And when I sent her that book and she said it, she was like, wow, this is crazy. This is really nice. And then I told her, I'm like, listen, you have the best here. So luckily for you, you met the best.
So do you print it off and then leave it with them, or do you do it via email?
No. I give them the book.
You actually print it off. So where would you say you print those off at?
My office.
Like it's an actual book, eh?
Yeah. So all I do is I print this, and then this is like heated. So then I put this on the heater once I'm in. It locks in the pages because there's glue in here. And then you leave it there for a minute. It dries, and then you have a book.
So where do you get the folder and the stuff? Like, that's the tips.
Pelham.
Sorry, where?
Pelham. I'll send you the contact. So it's in US for my Canadian friends. But it's definitely worth it. They're about, like, depending on how much you get, I get a lot of quantity. So they end up being like, I don't know, like $20 a book, $15 a book.
Okay.
So that's how you're able to include the comps and all that kind of stuff, because you're doing it on the spot.
So I bring like another folder with like the geo, so our title search. I pay for the residential square footage. And then I bring like my market stats there. And then I also bring my binder, which is my past sale, to see, like, after I go through the whole sphere or whatever, I go, now let's see if I'm qualified to sell your house. Obviously I am, but here's some of my past sales to showcase. And then it's a binder of like this thick of just past sales. And then I go through the top couple, and then I go, listen, like, get the point, like, and then that's it. I don't even need to do it at that point, but I just do it just to show them that, like, listen, this is it. So that's pretty much that. So my Canadian friends, I have a really good program for you guys, because I've been on like 90 plus listing appointments this year solo. So there's a new program called Knocked. I don't know if you have it in the States because it's new here, but this is super important because this is an offline market. So basically now with the market in our area starting to get a little bit more competitive, buyers want to know what's coming out. And this is a really good way to sign some of your listings so that you know that you can get it signed. And then, start working with them on an MLS date. So what's cool with this is one I have signed. Oops. So basically, this is what I say in the presentation. Hey, I understand that you're not ready to sign yet. However, I have a tool. Hold on, let me rephrase this. So I understand that you're not looking to make a move right now. You're interested, but you're just trying to time it right. So what would you say if I had a tool that could still get you exposure and help us hold on to our list price to make sure that we still sell for top dollar? Would something like that still interest you? Yes, it will, obviously. So they go, yes. Okay, so I have a really cool program, which is an offline market that we pay for. And remember, Pareto's law is, 20% of the work does 80% of the business, right? So it's the same thing in real estate. The top 20% of people are invested in these offline markets or other tools to help our buyers and sellers get a little bit more of a competitive edge and a head start. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you want that in your agent? Yes. Okay, perfect. So here's a really great trail. So right now, the MLS market is starting to get heat up with more multiple offers and stuff. I understand you're not ready, but there's a really cool tool that we can put your house on an offline market right now, which we can take exterior photos. We won't get the interior as of yet, but the exterior photos, and we can start listing it at that price. And if we start getting showings, great. I'm not saying that we're going to get showings tomorrow, but this is a really great way to let other buyers know that we're coming out, but we don't have a date yet. And this is super important because now we can try to get a really good number, and we can hold tight to that, because basically when someone comes in, let's say 199, someone's coming in at 18, I'd be like, listen, dude, if we go on MLS, we're going to sell more. So this is a really good opportunity where you're not going to have any competition and you can get the house done. Isn't that what you want? And they're like, your buyers are like, what the fuck? Like, sellers are like, what? Okay, yeah, for sure. So this is a really great way of getting the listing signed so you're not losing it after not following up. Because I know I have just too much business happening and I don't have the support as of yet. So I've now started to look at a different way of trying to get people to sign or get signed to still work with me and then figuring it out. So this was one of them. And then this was another Meskula one. That's a development land. So I'm showing them. So I had this, but I'm getting renderings of like these type of houses, because how I can build something like this on this house for over 3 mil. So my client's over here, right? My client's over here. If I go well, I can get this one and I think one more over, because the seller knows all of them and they will all want to sell. So if I can get this one done, I'm going to basically get another 3 listings. And now this is a great way to get into builders. Now you have an exclusive listing that I can call and now send this listing to this stuff here. I can send this. So I haven't published it yet, but for example, I'll show you my listings here. So I can send 1-to-1 agents. So I can share with all these people, right? All other agents in the area. I can share with them so they can see what's going on. I can see how many times this got viewed, right? And also I can copy this link and send it to, so a really cool thing that I'm not touching on. You can send this to all your leads to show them what's happening on the marketplace. They can create an account and then they can start looking at other homes coming out on the market. So this is a really great way to generate buyers now and hopefully more double end some of your listings. So I'm just trying to find other tools that can complement going on listing appointments and getting them signed. And so far it's working.
Does anyone know of this in the United States?
No, this is a brand new thing that just happened in Canada.
So we have something on our MLS called Coming Soon, which is similar, not
the same.
Yeah.
This is a really cool thing because now, hey, I have a pocket listing, because people want exclusivity. That's what people want, right? Hey, now I can call builders, which I am, saying, hey, I got a really great lot. And now I'm starting to build relationship with luxury builders and hopefully now start getting 3, 4, 5, $10 million listings. So this is really great opportunity. Or this is even better if you're in an area, like I can door knock the area now and say, hey, like I have something coming soon. If you have anyone that's looking to build, let me know. But if you're also looking to sell, like there's some really good opportunities. And if you are interested, or if I did spark your curiosity, I'd love to come by and book a time to take a tour of your home and give you a market evaluation, regardless if you take advantage of it or not. But it's really important to know what you're sitting on. Because let me ask you a question. If your house was worth a lot more than you imagine, would you not now think about other considerations and other life goals that you want in your life? Yes, you would. So what I'm really good at is like packaging the dream to getting them to say yes. Because once they say yes to me, it's like, okay, they're motivated. Now it's time to close. Okay, perfect. So when can I come in to take a look now? Right? You kind of want to tell them what they want to hear to a point, but this is really cool. So anyone in Canada, I can share that with you, but in the States, sorry guys, I'll find something out once it comes out, but that's kind of where we're at. So a lot of great information here. So, any newer agents that are buyer agents that are looking to get listings, I think we're going to have like a coaching session, something that we're working with. So if you want to get some information on that, just hit up Victor and reach out to see if you guys want to do something like that. Because there's a lot of great information that I can give, and everyone's in all different places. And regardless if you're a beginner or a vet, I can help you get to where you want to go and help you give you other ideas that are successful for you to get more business. Because, dude,
what was the name of the book making? I'm sorry?
Pelleman.
Pelleman, like Pell?
Yeah. So I'll give you, his name's Art. I'm going to just send everyone's Art Wells. Reach out to this guy and say Nick Moretti, forward it to you. Sent you guys. That's his email. art.wells@pelleman.com.
Okay. And would you be willing, if you can say no if you don't want to, but to share your listing presentation? I saw that it was Canva.
Yeah. So no, I won't, because it's work for anyone else, because it literally talks about me, myself, and I, and it talks about our team and how we're different. So me giving you my my presentation won't really help you, because I've customized it just to me now. But I can help you with yours, so whatever you guys need. And like, this is the thing. I know it's super exclusive right now regarding the coaching, but like, it's not just Meskula leads. It's like, hey, if you want to learn how to door knock, if you want to learn how to do better online leads, if you want to learn how to flourish your business, if you want to learn how to present better, if you want to know how to do better objections, like there's so many different things. And remember, like, to make a mill in real estate is hard, but it's just consistency and it can happen. But if you're looking to make 200, 300, 400K, dude, this shit is easy.
Victor, this might be a question for you. I've been watching the videos in the university and it's people talking about what to say, but is there a bank of scripts or anything? Because if I just hear somebody saying it, it doesn't stay. I have to read it again and again, but I haven't found anything like that as a resource.
Right. Yeah, there's a couple scripts in the university. I'll make sure you get those throughout the day.
Yeah. But other than that, any other closing remarks before we get off?
Nick, I was going to tell you about Zenlist. Have you heard of Zenlist?
No, what's Zenlist?
Zen, Zen. That's what EXP uses, and it's we use it globally, so I'm sure that it's there in Canada.
For sure.
Like, I see all off-market listings for everywhere. Like, people pop up on EXP and they're like, hey, I've got this coming up in Dubai. I've got this coming up in Spain. So I'm like, I know it's there.
Yeah. But can they send, you can send a link to your database, and those people can create like an account and view online too?
And it's basically like a hook. Like, you can send it to a client, and then you can create like a link for them, and you can interact with them.
Yeah.
And it definitely like is a hook to be like, hey, yes, now I have this off market listing. And hey, what I'm going to do for you when you're my seller is I'm going to put this in here for a week or two, and we're going to blow this up, and then we're going to hit the MLS and all the things that you're just talking about.
Of course.
So I think a lot of brokerages are using it.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm just using Knock right now. It's expensive because Knock is only like 30 or 40 bucks a month.
What program do you use for CRM? Because the only one I have here is Remind, or RPR, and it's clunky.
So I'm with KW. We have a command on there. So like, it's a little bit easier, but I also have 2 lead gens, right? So I have this program and another program, and I use my other program CRM because it's just something I'm used to. That's how I built my business off of. So it's just, and then we use KW. So if you're with KW, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, then I would get Top Producer or something like that. Top Producer would help. But yeah. Any other questions before you guys kill it?
Really good. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. And I think just the takeaway today is just like understanding what motivates seller. What motivates sellers, knowing that they can sell for a high price, and also like understanding that you're not just in it for the money, right? You look forward and building that relationship. All that other stuff is there. Because remember, every call you're doing, it's an interview. So in an interview, are you going to come not prepared? No, you're not, right? In an interview, you're going to come prepared. You're going to do some of your homework. You're then going to just, be real and be yourself. Don't act like someone you're not. Be totally authentic to you, because those are the clients that will want to work with you. And as you, climb the rankings and you start getting to the top, people will now notice you, see a little bit differently, and now you'll get more people that naturally comes to you. Like on social media, we have so many leads. I just got a lead that reached out to us because of our videos, and now he's a selling and buying in Pickering and then buying in my area. So it's just like Meskula is a great way to get your sign on the lawn, getting you some good seller leads. And then once you have the seller leads, now you can capitalize on other things. But like that's, step one is learning how to get leads and not leads, learning how to close Meskula leads. Once you learn how to get Meskula leads closed, the next part is like, how do we get you more awareness through social media, through other means, through other, right? Because if you get one listing, you should get another, the stat says if you get one listing, you should get another 12 deals from it. But that's not always true, but definitely you should be able to get or cultivate another 1 or 2 listings in the area. So at the end of the day, you're all great at what you do, but I think the last takeaway is package things, right? Hey, let me ask you a question. If I can get you more in the sale of your house, would you consider that? Yes, you would. So perfect. So when can I come in? Obviously, you have to have a good conversation with that before you just throw it in. But just like with Dwayne, that was a random call right now on the line. He was attitude still was low to me, right? And he didn't want to hear me anymore. He didn't want to hear me talk. He'd pass me on to Trisha or Rochelle or whatever her name was that I'm going to call now and figure that out. So just like that, see? And it's just like keeping your good. In that call there, it was a very simple call where it was just like, listen, man, do you still have pain? Yes, you do. Okay. Can I help you now? Can you stop not being stubborn? Can I help you? And did you see how he just gave me the info? I think he's lying to me. I don't even think he's in the East Coast. That's why I asked him, how is it there? How's the weather? Right? So that's pretty much it. But if you guys are interested in coaching and stuff, reach out to Victor, see what it is there. But I have a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of scripts, a lot of ways to build your business and make you $1 million or more money. And then it's just team. Then you got to scale at that point. But right now, learn how to get these listings done. Let's get them closed. There's money just coming to you right now. So let's just make sure you got money. Last thing, when there's that game show where you're in that tube and money's flying and you got to catch it. That's basically right now. Leads are coming in, got to figure out how to close them, figure out the right strategy. And then this should be all a game. It's fun after a while. That's why I don't really care when people are rude to me. Cause okay, fine. Your listing's not selling, bro. I'm gonna see if I get them 5.5%, just to probably won't happen, but but anyways, cool guy. I'm gonna help him out, but we'll see what it goes, and then I'll keep you guys updated if I get that listing. But other than that, guys, reach out to me on social media if you need anything. But have a great day, keep killing it, and just get it done.